two sciences. Flip it over to page number 3. Here, you're going to need 2 classes from Humanities and Fine Arts. So, next to this box, put 2 boxes for you to check on, to check mark once you've completed the requirement. You need, it's careful to be, when you're selecting courses from Humanities and Fine Arts, is to pick a class from each side. You need 1 from this side and 1 from the Humanities side. You can't have 2 from Humanities and 0 from Art. You need 1 and 1. So up at the top of the page, as a way of remembering that, you might put the word split to remind yourself to pick 1 from each side. Let's move on to Social and Behavioral Sciences. 6 to 9 credits or 2 classes. 2 boxes right there in the margin on that one. Go ahead and put 2 boxes. Now you're going to need to select 2 classes from this list, but it's important to note that they have to be different prefixes. So like you put split at the top, go ahead and in this box put different prefixes to remind yourself. Different prefixes. That means you can't take 2 anthropologies or 2 psychologies or 2 sociologies. They have to be different, a humanities and a psychology and so forth. So on this page you've got 4 boxes. Now, another thing you need to be aware of is when you're selecting classes off of this page, these 4 classes, Art, Humanities, Social, and Behavioral, you need to be sure to have an I, a C, and a G. So on the bottom of this page, write I, C, and G. I'll explain what that means. Intensive writing stands for I, C stands for cultural diversity, G stands for global awareness. You need to be able to put an X through an I, a C, and a G there on the bottom of your page. That means you need at least 1 I, 1 C, and 1 G. Take a look at your humanities list. Anth 112, what does it have after it? What you can see there, it has in parens an I, a C, and a G. If you take that class, there are a lot of other ones that have I, C, and G after them as well. If you take that class, you get to put an X right off the bat through your I, C, and a G. You're done with that requirement. You need an art class too, off the art list. Let's go over there, take a look at Art 100. What does that have? What you'll see is Art 100 doesn't have anything. That's fine, take it, but just be aware when you select your other 3 classes to be sure you pick up an I, a C, and a G. Now you can have 50 I's and 68 C's, but if you don't have a G, it's not going to cut it. You need at least 1 I, 1 C, and 1 G. Okay, done with that page. Let's flip it over to the next. Now this is going to vary for the business and science, but I'm going to explain it for the liberal arts, the green AGEC. On this page, go ahead and put 2 boxes. Now, you'll see in the middle there, second languages. You don't have to pick second languages off this list of courses. You can pick anything you want. However, many of the institutions, the universities, require you to have language at a first-year or second-year level. So what we recommend while you're at Pima is go ahead and get your languages done. So go ahead and pick a language, Spanish 101, Spanish 102. For example, as soon as you complete those classes, go ahead and put an X through the box there. Go back to the start and see if you have 11 boxes, standing for 11 courses for your Gen Eds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the first page, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 off the last page. So if I was to ask you now, how do you pick your classes? You should be able to answer me. You pick them off your AGEC. You need 11 courses for your Gen Eds. And the way you select those is from this list in the distribution I was explaining to you. The next step for you, after you get your Gen Ed courses figured out, is to figure out electives you need to take. Electives you also record on this document as well. There's a space there on page number 5, in the green one, where you keep track of your electives. And again, select your electives carefully to go towards your major. On the business one, it's a little different. It actually tells you some of the electives already that you should be taking. For example, Accounting 101, Accounting 102, Business 220. It's helped you identify some of those electives. For the rest of you that are working off a science or a liberal arts AGEC, you're going to need to do some other research to identify the electives you need to take. That's it. That's what Gen Eds are. Hope that helped. You know how to figure out which courses you need if you're planning on transferring.